Hi, I'm Mark Dice, back with more Let's Play Baroque. 6 more items to send back. Alright, I need to stop it because I'm getting sound errors. Of course. A second ago it had no sound errors, but now it does, so hold on. Let it reset. Yeah, of course. My sound card seems to max out by using this emulator. So it constantly has problems with like having to catch up, so to speak. Because I think this emulator just eats up too much. Oh no. Glad it only ate the Guryu. Which I don't really care if it eats the Guryu because it was rotten. I hope it gets a stomachache. I don't know. I haven't watched many shows recently that have really, like, enthralled me. At least, like, any newer shows. Most of them are kind of bland. I mean, other than, obviously, like, Game of Thrones and all the HBO shows and stuff. Which, by the way, I'm going to go off on a total rant here, considering we talked about Firefly, and I don't understand the popularity. I also don't understand the Seinfeld popularity. At all. I don't understand why anybody likes Seinfeld or finds him remotely funny. Like, I've probably bitched about it before, but I do not find Seinfeld funny in the least. Like, oh, peanuts! Why does there always be peanuts? Why do they give you such a little bag of such a long fight? And just like, for the love of God, could you shut your mouth? Like, nobody cares what you have to say. You're obnoxious. Nothing really amusing happens in your show. Like, I don't know. I just watching that show is like painful. And a lot of my friends are like obsessed with Seinfeld. They think it's so hilarious. And I've like sat through almost all the episodes I've seen without laughing once. Like, the only remotely funny thing was stealing the bread from the old lady. And that was, like, funny for half a second, but then they extended the joke to the point where it's gone beyond beating a dead horse. Which really, like, that's all Seinfeld jokes are, is beating a dead horse over and over and over again. Or taking something that's really not all that funny and then just keep doing it until somebody laughs. Which, to me, I don't know, isn't really humor or comedy. I mean, it's like Dane Cook. I don't find Dane Cook funny because it's like, I'm a snake, I'm a snake, I'm a snake. And like, oh, I'm gonna steal the punching babies joke, and then I'm going to repeat it 1,000 times until people laugh. Am I bombing here? Yes, I'm completely bombing here. So I'm gonna keep repeating like a snake, and keep making weird movements until people laugh. But I don't know. And like, there's that new show with the lady from Seinfeld, which the previews from it are like so painful to watch. Like, I'm like sitting there like, oh god, this isn't funny. And like, people are like, of course, like, for some reason, whenever she does a show, like her last 2 shows that bombed, she's always like, you know, having these supposed interviews with someone that's not even, I've never even heard of or seen before. And they're like, oh my god, you're so funny, blah, 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 blah. And like, she's always like, people always see me as Elaine from Seinfeld. And she always like makes mention to it to promote her new show. Like, she like lives out of that character and that's it. Like, that's like her entire thing is like, oh, did you like Seinfeld? Now watch this show because it's the same exact humor as Seinfeld. And I don't know, it's just like, there's one thing to like be like, oh, I hate how everybody recognizes me as Elaine. By the way, this show's funny because I'm, you know, Elaine from Seinfeld. Ugh. And like, I don't know. I've never understood why it's funny. And watching it, like, I don't know. And like every single plot idea is basically like this annoying, overthought ideas. Like, should I? I don't know if I should. Should I? Should I? I don't know. Should I? If I do, then what do I do? So should I do it? Ugh. Shut up. Nobody cares. I don't know. It's like Friends. Like, they don't live in any sort of real world, and like, all of their comedy is because all of them are too stupid to communicate with each other. I don't know. And also, I've never liked lighthearted shows. Like, there's something about lighthearted shows that I just don't like. I guess because in general, not to say I'm like a dark person, but I find like dark comedies or like black comedies a lot more funny. And not black comedy is in African American, black comedies is in like, you know, oh, he died, you know, whatever. And people laugh about it. But I don't know. It's just like, it's the same thing, like I don't find Family Guy or The Simpsons as funny anymore. Because before they lived off of this kind of like light, subtle humor, and now it's like clubbing you over the head with the idea, which is not funny or amusing to me. It's kind of annoying. Like everything's going the route of like Candy Mountain humor. Which, I mean, everybody's at least somewhat laughed at it, at annoying Candy Mountain, but it's really not all that funny. It's just funny because anytime you repeat something, it's actually a condition, like where you keep repeating something until it's funny. It's actually because you're confusing someone why you do it so many times. It's the same reason why sometimes babies laugh. They laugh because they don't know what's going on, not because they think it's actually funny. Like when you like play peekaboo with a child, you're actually confusing it. You're not actually making it laugh because you're being funny. And I think people oftentimes mistake the difference. So, I don't know. Also, I think because I grew up with like humors of like Bill Murray and stuff like that, I think that it's hard to deal with so unfunny comedians. Like, come on now. Like, I know people that have watched like I've sat down and watched with people like movies like Ghostbusters and they don't get it. And I understand that for some people the humor kind of goes over their head, but when I worked at a movie theater, a lot of people got the joke because a lot of people were big like movie buffs and stuff like that, and we watched like a re-release in like short terms of the original Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. So we sat down and basically like watched all of them, and or watched both of them, I should say. We watched both of them, and let's throw back the immobile brand. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. In case there's something I need in here. Anyway, so we watched it, and it was really weird because all of the people who I knew who are like big movie buffs absolutely died with that, like, yes, it's like, Dickless here decided to shut it down. And he's like, is it true? And he's like, yes, this man has no dick. All the movie buff people laughed, but you could tell that there are people who like just didn't get the joke at all. And it's like, that's like the essence of humor. Like, come on now. How can you not laugh at that? Go watch that movie, go watch that scene. It's like one of the best scenes in the entire movie. Cats and dogs making love with each other. Whatever they say. I forget. I haven't seen it in a little while. But like, I don't know, I grew up with those and like Monty Python humor, where it's esoteric, but not so esoteric that it stops being coherent. So, I don't know. I guess you could say I have a limited humor palette. I also always sound so serious. Like, I don't know. A lot of people think I'm, like, overly serious. Or, like, when I say things people don't get when I'm being sarcastic. I don't know whether that's just because a lot of people are stupid, or... I don't know. I guess my group of friends have a strange set of humor that most people don't understand. I don't know. Like, I watched the Santa Claus MST3K, the Mexican Santa Claus, and I was like losing my shit when he was like, no, Santa Claus doesn't love you because you're poor. And like jokes like that I find like devastatingly funny, and I don't know why. I was just like rolling on the couch for like 20 minutes. If you haven't seen that MST3K, go watch it on Netflix. And also it's strange because like I reviewed a game, and you know, if you can figure out which one it is, and by reviewed I mean I played it for a short time, and whether someone was trolling or serious pretty much said like, thank you, like, for, you know, showing a preview of this game. I wanted to see if it would be any good for me or whatever. And apparently they liked the game even though I thought it was a bizarre piece of garbage. It's just interesting to see that even when I'm like, I hate this game, it sucks, people are like, oh, this looks like the perfect game for me. Which I don't complain about, because hey, like, just like movie, TV shows, any entertainment, some people are entertained by something that I'm certainly not. But it feels kind of weird because it's like, I meant something as like almost a parody, but someone took it seriously, or someone liked it. Like, even though, I don't know, I curse and I'm nasty about a lot of games. I don't know, strange. But, I don't know, in some ways it gave me like a little warm fuzzy if the person was being serious, but of course always speculative, that maybe that person found that game and was happy playing it, which is good for them, because, you know, they found a game that they like. But, I don't know. What am I up to now? 75? Jeez. So, I don't know. It did give me a warm, fuzzy feeling, though. Thinking that someone actually, like, enjoyed the game. Oh, crystal sword. That's kind of nice. Or that my reviews actually helped somebody, despite the fact that that's not their original intent. So. Oh. Fool. Two fools. Fool. Let's just throw that out. I don't need that. I don't know. It's also like the difference between, like, a lot of people, apparently my Netflix and a lot of other people equate Soul Eater with Gurren Lagann. But to me, I didn't like Gurren Lagann because it was too ridiculous, whereas Soul Eater was like just right. Like, it had the right amount of humor and bizarreness to make it interesting. I should have sent the Comet Parasite back, now that I think about it. What is this? Oh, I had space for explosion. Excellent. So, I don't know. More protection bones that I don't need. Let's just... Every time that goes down, I'll do that. I don't know. It's also like whenever they have those lists of like, choose a side, and they pick up a whole bunch of like random games or movies or something, I can never pick a side because I'm like, oh, I like that. Oh, I hate that. Nope, not a fan of that. So, I don't know. As strange as it is to say, I guess there's just certain things that work and certain things that don't. Also, I think I'm easily offended by, like, annoying things. Like, I can watch Dumb and Dumber because it's the right amount of annoying. Like, yes, it's stupid and ridiculous, and I can watch, like, Biodome, which is, like, essentially made to be the most obnoxious movie ever. But it's never, like, I don't know, where I'm, like, rolling my eyes being like, this is so fucking bad. Alright, are we done? We are done. I don't know. And usually if I don't like something, there's no way I change my mind. I don't know. I've always been, like, determinate about things that I don't like. And some people think that I just do it on purpose, but I don't know. It's just like, I always try to be polite about things that I don't like. As polite as I can be. But, as in polite as in as I don't like. Just like, no, this shit sucks. Fuck you, you're an asshole. I try to at least maintain some sense of civility. Can you guys stop hopping the second I hit you? That would be fucking great. Like, take for example, I'm not a big Diablo fan, and then I like Warcraft 2, but Warcraft became crap after Warcraft 2 and its expansions. Like, Warcraft 3 is the biggest piece of shit ever. Hate that game. But I know a lot of people that are just like, it is so awesome. It is the greatest thing ever. I'll skip out on the meat for the moment. Let's throw some of these fucking rock bones. I don't have many of them, so I might as well use them. Invincible brand. So, I don't know. Again, it's all opinion, but... I don't know. I also really like debating on things. I just always have. My high school had a debate team, but they wouldn't let me on. It always disappointed me. Mostly because I would, like, when I went to try out for the debate team thing, they first of all got all, like, fussy because I didn't have, like, absolutely perfect grades. And they expected everybody to have, like, perfect grades. And it was weird because it's like the sports teams had to have, like, okay grades. They just couldn't be failing at anything. But to be on the debate team, maybe there needed to be, like, honors. Ooh. Do I have everything? Ooh, that's not me branded. That is. Don't care as much about the Hope Wings. Good. But it was expected to have, like, honors or all A's, which is just stupid because you can debate something without being, like, a genius. You just need to have a little common sense and you can debate most things. Debate things reasonably, not debate things, like, ridiculously. Like, I believe Jesus is real, therefore it is. I was really like harsh when I went into the thing because I got a recommendation from a teacher that I should join the debate team, and I got into an argument with a guy, and we basically debated about something, and he got really upset. I don't even remember what it was about, but he got really pissed off because he was losing, and then they didn't put me on the team. Don't care. Holy shit, that did a lot of damage to me. I didn't expect it to do that much. It's like the same thing with the swim team. They wouldn't let me on because I refused to, like, shave my entire body just to try out. Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna shave my entire body just to try out and possibly not get it and then look like an asshole with no eyebrows or hair on my head. Oh, another meat brand. Let's see the Hope Wings. Yeah, badass. Badass-a-corn. I should probably also, if I get another me brand the Crystal Sword, so I can put the Horn Girl, put her thing on it. Let's eat down some of these sweat bones. Actually, you know what? Yeah, not really worth it. If I really need to, I will. Yeah, I guess I'll just eat it. Probably should have just done that in the first place. I should really throw this acid at somebody. Acid in your face. But I don't know. I can go on for like years talking about movies and shows and video games. That's like, honestly, I don't know. I've always been obsessed with like entertainment media, why people like it, what I like, what I don't like. The worst is when you get someone who like watches something and they don't have the balls to say anything, to be like, I'm not really a big fan. Or like they make a habit of coming to like see a show at your house or something, like when everyone's like, oh, we're totally watching this, and they go to like watch the show but they don't give a shit about it. They just want to be like near people, I guess, is to say. And I hate it because they'll be like, I never really liked the show, I just did it because everybody came. It's like, then why the fuck did you waste space coming here? Why did you waste, you know, half an hour, hours of your time on something that you don't like? Why would you do that to yourself? It's like, I don't know, I've never understood like the people who like, oh, my wife makes me go to the ballet, blah, 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 or like, oh, my boyfriend makes me go to these sports games that I don't care about. Why do you go? Like, there's one thing to try it, but if you don't like it, don't keep inflicting it upon yourself. That's just stupid. It's like, every time I eat a cheeseburger, I violently throw up, but I keep doing it. Like, what, are you stupid? Like, I don't know. I've always done stuff to, like, try things out like that. Like, I've gone to enough goddamn freaking high school and college dances to be sick of them by now, because they're fucking terrible, but I don't know. I always think it's weird when people, like, intentionally do things that they don't like because, like, of another reason. They're like, oh, I go to this, you know, I hate punk music, but I always go to this punk show because there's a cute guy there. It's like, well, what? Why would you do that? I don't know. It just confounds me. I don't know. And a lot of people don't think logically about that kind of stuff, so I guess it makes sense. Here, have some acid in the face. What is this? Oh, that's the sight fluids from earlier. Yeah, hooked on the sight fluids. No. I mean, I do think that with bad games, like, I usually keep playing a bad game until I'm through with it. Or I'm just sick of playing it. Excuse me. But, like, on my own, I won't keep playing a bad game. I'll just be like, I'm done with this. Because far too often, like, Unlimited Saga is just can't stand it. And I have, like, a tolerance for that kind of stuff. And I know I've given up on, like, some Game Boy games, even though I kind of wanted to, like, see if I could get through all of them. But some of them are just too painful to actually keep going through. Like, if they're still playable to a certain extent, I'll keep trying, but I don't know. I'm kind of done with the old school games where you need to keep playing it until you can perfect your art and memorize each level and stuff like that. I mean, that's fun when you're, like, a little kid, because it's, like, that super tough challenge. Oh, yeah, it's upstairs, derp. But in games where it's, like, no matter what, when you get to the 6th level, it's just, like, a brutal screw you in the ass kind of thing. That's not really, like... Then it stops being fun anymore. And it stops being a challenge because the developers just use holes where you can't attack or your character's too incapable of getting through it, even if you're a really good player. Like, I will admit, there are games out there that literally are impossible to get past a certain step. That literally, without, like, save stating every microsecond and getting through it, there'd be no way you could get through it. I mean, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but... Like, I'm pretty sure that, like, the game Samurai Ghost I played, I'm pretty sure that without save states and stuff, even, like, I don't think anybody could just get through it. Like, just be able to magically get all the way from beginning to end in that game. Wrong one. Not good. Bullshit. You know what, I'll just eat. I have enough of these. I know, that was incredibly annoying. I would have eaten one of these burnt fruit, but it's not really helpful. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, I threw a burnt heart at you. But, I don't know. I just think that, like, some things, like, oh god, I used to play this game when I was a kid, and I intend to LP it at some point when I can get up the patience to actually play it. Called Impossible for TurboGrafx 16. It is one of the biggest piece of shit games I've ever played in my life. Well, fuck that shit. Let's go die. Yeah, it took quite a lot of boom bones to kill me. So... But, I don't know, that game is, like, tedious, painful, take 2 steps and hope you don't get creamed by something and have to... Because, like, you have limited health, you have a limited screen size, you have limited lives and continues, enemies can, like, multi-hit you, so, like, instead of having that, like, invincible period after you get hit, you can just get hit, like, 3 times in a row and die. And, like, it's one of the few games that says, like, impossible and is actually, like, goddamn impossible. I think I beat it once with the help of, like, basically perfectly going through a level, getting the password, and then working on the next level. But it took me, like, months to work my way through it because it was so fucking ridiculous. And, you know, finding secrets and stuff like that, because nobody wrote anything about the game. There's, like, little to no. Ooh, nice. Nice. And I'm at full health. So, I was kind of, like, flying by myself. There was one TurboGrafx 16 book that had it, but it was out of print. And so I was, like, looking for it, like, everywhere. And I went to all these bookstores and stuff, and I actually ended up calling, I think it was early Prima, like Prima guides, and they said outright that it was out of print, and their best bet is to, like, find it in a bookstore or ask them to order it, like, from another one of their locations to that location. And I asked a local bookstore, and they said they had one copy, but it was in California, and they said that it would cost like an extra $23 or something to buy the book, just because they had to, like, ship it out from California. So I was like, oh, can't get it. And yeah, still never gotten it. But I tried special ordering it at other places, like they could get discontinued books. There was actually a privately owned book place that I special ordered a couple books from. In fact, I got my I had lost my previous copy of Romance of Three Kingdoms, and I ordered it from I always say pre-order because I'm so used to that from stupid GameStop. But I ordered it, and it took about 2 weeks for me to get the book in, but it was really good for my Romance of Three Kingdoms. Just because I have no idea where my original copy went. It was, like, old as shit, too. I'm kind of sad that I lost it, but I think my mom, like, went on a tirade of angry cleaning and just threw it out. My mom does that. She throws away precious things, like things that she wants to keep, and then, like, flips the fuck out when they're gone. Then, like, pays money to get them back, and then throws out something else and keeps going in a cycle like that. Or she just throws it all out and then forgets she ever had it, and then wishes she had it. I don't know. It's a pain. Or she blames it on me. Like, where did this go? You took it. Like, I watched her throw out a pair of nail clippers, and then she flipped out. And I was like, are you sure you want to throw those out? She's like, they don't cut right. And I was like, okay. And then, like, a week later, she flipped out because the nail clippers are gone. Yay! But, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to it. And by pretty sure, I mean I'm like 98% sure. I mean, I might have brought it somewhere and just, like, left it somewhere, because I do that shit, but who knows? Well, anyway, I tried to find this stupid TurboGrafx 16 book, and just never ended up finding it. I looked on the internet for it, actually, and there was one copy being sold, but it was, like, damaged to all hell. And I really didn't want, like, a messed up book. Like, granted, all the old Prima guides I have lost their covers, because those covers did not stay on those books when I lifed them. And I tried actually looking through magazine archives, like GamePro and, like, I forget what a Game Informer tried to call itself before. It was Game Informer. And, which Game Informer just sounds like a magazine that someone gave you to sell you, like, freaking vacuums way back in the day. It'd be like, Vacuum Informer lets you know about all the greatest Eureka vacuums. Anyway, so I tried to look through them, and there was one little article about it. Because TurboGrafx-16's games, like, never got reviewed. Like, it was just frustrating to find any reviews or, like, cheat sections or help sections about TurboGrafx games. Which I kind of liked, but I also kind of got frustrated with in cases like Impossible. Look who it is, Cursebringer. Fuck you, get out of here. You know what? Oh, I don't have space, so I'm just gonna kill you. Nah, I don't care. So, I don't know. Looking for that was painful, and I still haven't found it. So, if anybody has it, thank you for having it and me not having it. Or at least holding on to it, realizing that it may have some sort of value. But, yeah, looking through all that shit was, like, so painful. I'm gonna keep one burnt heart. Let's get rid of this burnt meat. We don't have box. I like that. Asshole. My health is not full. It's still not full. We give him the vital. I'll give you the vital and the invincible brand. Recovery box isn't so bad. I'm probably gonna hold on to that. Oh yeah, silver bone. I'll just give a shit ton of these boom bones, because at this point I'm not really gonna use them. Just because I think from now on, pretty much all enemies are aggressive. Oh, an appraisal brand. I'm gonna throw that back next time we get a chance. Alright. Burnt meat. Stop giving me goddamn burnt meat, you dick. Don't need an antidote. Antidote. Half is kind of nice, but I don't know how much I'm going to need it from here on in. Let's give it a horn bone. And I got back the invincible brand I didn't want in the first place. Let's give you a sweat bone and an invincible brand. Ah, there we go. That's good. I finally got something I'd actually want. Are we done? Looks like, oh no, there's a little bit down there. No. Also, a long time ago, I went to go look for. I used to always watch the series called The Max on MTV, and I went and was like special ordered it from Tower when Tower Records used to be around, because Tower Records was awesome. And I special ordered it, and it took like a month and a half for me to get it. And when I finally got it, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" and watched it all. And by the time I actually got it, I like sat down and watched it all with a bunch of people, and they were like, "Oh, that was so awesome." It was just kind of strange because by that time, actually, I'm gonna throw rotten bones at everything from now on. 'Cause I have 11 of them. And fucker. Fruit wood rotten. Okay. I was debating using a burnt one, but I'm glad I looked before I leapt. More burnt meat. So, I don't know. I really liked it, but it's strange because I ended up, of course, one of my ex-girlfriends stole it from me. I like, you know, oh, stomachache box. How lovely. Oh, I should have thrown the appraisal parasite. I don't feel like waiting for 6, so let's eat another experience bone and eat this. Thank you. But yeah, she stole it and I was pissed. And I looked for it everywhere and they never released it on DVD, so I ended up downloading it a while ago, but I don't even know if I still have it. But good series if you ever get a chance to check it out. Another don't have box. Out of here, appraisal parasite. Let's open one. Junk sword again. What is the obsession with junk swords? And don't have boxes for me. Like, oh, you appraised some wings. They're hope wings. Up, you found a don't have box. Junk sword. Fuck. But I don't know. Really good series. And a pain in the ass to find. You probably the only way to be able to find it is download it. And it took me like 3 months to download it. It sucked. It's kind of a shame that people are taking such like boners to torrents. Torrents and mega upload and all that stuff. It's just sad. I don't mean to get back on that topic again. I've already mentioned enough about it. But I don't know. I always hate when things are hard to find. Like, the internet, you can find like 90% of the things you're looking for, but it's that small 10% that I hate. I wish somebody would figure out a better way to do it. Or like, a better way to search for stuff. And by search for stuff, I mean actually find it when you're done searching. Alright, where the hell are you, Cursebringer? God, this is gonna be such a pain to find him. Yeah. That's one of you. I should have remembered where the Cursebringer Angel was. It's kind of helpful. Oh well. I might just throw out all the stuff that... Yeah, I'm gonna throw out the stuff that I don't need. Watch, I'm gonna throw all the shit out, and then the Cursebringer Angel's gonna walk like right up behind me. Hey, I heard you threw out all your stuff. See? Every single time. Alright. Yeah, junk sword, get the hell out of here. I don't know what it is. My sound on this is getting screwed up faster and faster. Another burnt... What is with all the burnt food? Are you serious? Here, have 2 rotten bones. Maybe that'll make you stop being such a penis. As you give me another burnt heart. Oh, hey. That's kind of nice. Alright, let's see. I'm down like 100, though. Maybe I will just eat the burnt heart. Yeah, I'll do that. There we go. Sweet. I don't know. I'm like extra complainy today. Delirious is tired, and I was complaining about stuff, and she got annoyed. But that's all for this episode of Let's Play Baroque with me, Mark Dice. See you later.